Warning: the things said in this recording session is of our own opinion. Please do not roast us because of our opinion, or hurt us, please. But if you do, I'ma come over there and fusion how you all the way to the sun like Crunchyroll and Funimation just did. So be warned.
LTS.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS podcast.
My best friend.
Hello. Welcome to the LTS podcast. And for your host today, it is me, Marcos. And joining me on this recording are...
And I am Marcos.
Mr. J, of course.
No. I am Marcos.
No, he is Mr. J, Josue.
No, I am Marcos here.
Straight from the
Today
internet.
we'll be hosting.
Yes. Yes, man. And the other one, last but not
It's
least.
also Marcos.
Alan.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Okay, so...
Oh, that's a good one.
There was an idea, as you know.
No. This is you had to tell the full story.
No. We have to start in the middle.
Listen. No. We got to start in the beginning.
No.
In the beginning.
No, in the beginning,
In the
nothing.
beginning,
It's the
there was
middle.
an urge.
What?
An urge that Marcos could not just satisfy on his own. So what does he have to do? He had to take care of it. So he went to the royal throne, and then there,
No.
he unleashed a mighty scream, unlike any other scream you've ever heard. It's like when Goku went Super Saiyan 3 all of a sudden. The walls were shaking. He was like grabbing for his dear life. He was just like,
This is to go even further beyond.
yeah.
Like that?
And then the scream part.
Oh, man.
No. We can't. We'll break people's ears.
And then at the last moment, right before the walls were about to break, it all stopped. And Marcos had an epiphany. No, Marcos, please explain your epiphany.
So there I was, I was...
And if you want an image of how the epiphany happened, imagine That's So Raven when she has like those visions.
Basically. There I was at work, right? I was helping a customer, and where I located, there's some plexiglass, and I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, also, if you're wondering, Marcos did wipe and wash his hand.
Of course, I work in customer service. There has to be cleanliness. So there I was, right at the cash register, ringing up a customer, and I had like a lull.
He was dishing out them dollar bills.
All them
He was
Williams.
just
But there I was, right? And I had in my head, why am I thinking about boats?
Close enough.
Boats on the water. And then I thought about a shark, coming up to eat that chum that I was throwing from the bucket. And I thought about Jaws. If you guys didn't know that scene in Jaws, I think I've shared it to you guys, right? There's a scene where the sheriff throwing out chum, right? He's throwing chum into the water, and he's throwing chum. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up. No, I'll put it later. I'll just put the audio later.
This was the origin of plankton in the chum bucket.
Basically. And then it's the scene where the guy says, I think we're gonna need a bigger boat. You're gonna need a bigger boat. And they thought, who made this? Of course it was Steven Spielberg. In what year? What year was it, Jose, that Jaws came out?
A great question. I don't remember. 1975.
1975. And there's another.
Not 76.
You sure?
Yeah, not 76. 75.
Okay, 1975. And I'll trust you on it. Implicit. No? Yeah?
No.
Okay. So there I was, right? And I thought, okay, who sponsored, if you will? Who funded Jaws? Well, guess who funded Jawas?
National Geographic.
No. It would have been interesting if that was a National Geographic film.
It was even out back then.
No, look it up. When did Nat Geo start? But yeah, in the meantime, while he looks that up, I thought, okay, there's another series. because this was a blockbuster, if you will, of its time. Turns out that Universal Pictures funded this. Guess how old?
1888.
National Geographic?
Yeah, allegedly.
That would have been
Founded in 1888 as a
Where?
scholarly journal.
Oh,
9 months
scholar.
after the establishment of this society, and that's it.
Okay, in 1888.
Very cool. Very cool.
But I was thinking, this was a monster movie, more or less, even though it was about a shark, being a shark. And,
A shark being a shark. Yeah.
what does a shark, It was first a baby shark, and then it went to a medium shark, and then it went to a big shark, right? And then people just had to get in the way, But no, I mean, I get it. It's actually based off a book, right? And but for me, what actually caught me thinking is, what if Steven Spielberg had not gone to Universal Pictures to pitch this movie, and had gone to this other company called Troma Films, to be more precise. What year did Troma Films start? Josue, open up.
I'm sorry. I'm Marcos.
What? 90?
19. Wait for it. 74.
1974. Can you guys imagine that? I guess it was too young. When did Universal Pictures first start?
1889.
Universal
Okay.
Pictures?
Now let me check.
Mr. J. Fact.
1912.
So yeah, they probably had way more clout than Troma Films. Turns out that if anyone doesn't know the premise about Jaws, it takes place in Long Island, and it's basically a town supersedes the safety of people over their what's their beach going? What's that? Capitalism, I guess, if you will, or the idea of not closing their beach and their livelihood of the town, which I can respect. But people in the movie ended up dying, getting chomped on, getting eaten.
Taking the L for that one.
So wait, why do you want them to be sponsored by
Why
Films?
it would have been better? What's the whole thing? And notice it's in the 70s. That's when monster movies were coming around from their own style of, may that be exaggerated monsters of sharks, may that be huge sharks. But Troma is known. Yeah, Troma is known for being a cult classic on different kinds of making fun of or making a parody with extreme gore and all those things, with monsters, terror
Incorporated.
of movies from the 50s. So I'm surprised, or probably even Troma didn't even have.
Wait, you said movies from the 50s?
Yeah, no, that
But
kind of style.
It was founded in 74.
Yeah, but it says many of them play on the 1950s horror with elements of farce. Obviously, being fake. Who's gonna believe? Well, I guess Mother Nature's a weird thing, about farce, parody, gore, and splatter. So basically, this with Troma probably being too young, Steven Spielberg didn't even know about Troma until way later. So my little lore that I'm spinning in my head is, what if Troma and Steven, how old Steven was when he made the movie?
25.
He was 27.
I was close.
He was 27 years old, and he was already making blockbusters.
Well, okay. Think of it like this, Marcos. You ready
Yes.
for this?
Yes.
So imagine this. You want to make a movie, right?
Yes.
You want to make a movie that is probably going to take place in the ocean somewhat, right?
And the beach, yeah.
Right. Why? So you have a few options, and the two that pop up to you is Universal Pictures or the weird Troma Films thing.
It is weird, yes.
Now, the options pop up as Universal Pictures. They got budgeting, they got
Money.
fame, they got
Wow.
everything. Yeah, they even got their own studios.
Yes.
And then Troma Films, a production company that literally was founded a year ago, or who even knows? Maybe because who knows how long did it take to make Jaws?
I don't know. I think it took.
Exactly. See?
They recorded. They didn't even record in Long Island. They recorded in Martha's Vineyard. Where's Martha's Vineyard? Let me ask my assistant. Let me see.
How long?
Massachusetts. On the website usnews.com, they say Martha's Vineyard is an island south of Cape Cod in Massachusetts.
Oh, Cape Cod.
The indigenous Wampanoag Indians called it Nope, which meant land amid the streams.
So
Yes.
they said that they didn't wrap up till 1974. So the movie was, if Trauma was either the very, very beginning of their lifetime career or career lifetime,
Yeah.
or it's only been like a month or two, or maybe even 5 max.
They don't even have the money.
Yeah.
Or the
So
recognition.
why would you want to go to a recently started company versus a well-known company that has the budget, that has probably the access to actors, has studios for this, has the budget, and has the clout, as we call them, to really boost this movie?
I was just dreaming. I was dreaming, you know.
Wait, at that point did Steven have prior works with Universal,
I have no idea.
or was that
What's
his
his
actual
first
first
movie?
work with
Yeah.
Universal? Because I mean, I think I agree with Josue about budgeting and the type of notoriety that Universal might have over another company. I'm not too familiar with Troma. I don't know what other projects it's worked on.
According to Google, they only had or at least the one that comes up have been 5.
Well, there you go. I mean, maybe they didn't have enough experience to actually, or confidence in Steven to actually say, you know what, we'll take a gamble on you. I mean, we're a small company or whatnot. But and I don't know if also being Steven being 27 years old had anything to do with them not actually going ahead and reaching out to him about his next video or movie. I mean, so I don't know. That might be a factor that we tend to forget sometimes. It's not what you know, is who you know sometimes, and I guess that's one of those big factors that we tend to forget.
Big facts. But this was my
It
head
also
lore, my head canon.
looks like Universal had the filming rights to do it, because it says producers David Brown and Richard Zanuck
Sonic.
took the chance with Spielberg and gave him the opportunity to direct Jaws. So it looked like Universal had the rights to film it.
So more or less, he had the idea, the story written out, but then he went and sold it to them, and then he probably requested, "Hey, can I just direct it?" "Sure, kid. We'll give you a chance."
Basically.
Damn. That must have been a very risky move for him. I just might get even paid and not the ability to, direct. If this was his first directing role.
No, it looks like he directed a few other things, but didn't turn out so well.
Until he had Jaws.
Universal signed Spielberg to 4 television films. First one was Duel, 1971. Then Something Evil, 1972. Savage, 1973. And the Sugarland Express.
Oof. I don't even know about those.
Yeah, I've never heard of any other movie besides Jaws.
TV
At this
movies, you
point,
said,
right?
right? Yeah.
Yeah, because E.T. was after that one, and I don't know. I think Raiders of the Lost Ark, right?
I thought it was Star Wars.
No, I believe that's Lucas, right?
No, yeah, you're right. I
George
don't know.
Lucas.
Yeah, Mr. Lucas.
Oh no, it
Right.
says here, next Spielberg collaborated with Star Wars creator George Lucas on the action adventure of Raiders of the Lost Ark for
So yeah, I don't
Indiana
know.
Jones.
Well, there you go.
Indiana. Sweet home, Indiana.
But did he direct, or was he there as
It
That's
says
just
collaborated.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm pretty sure if Steven made what's it called, E.T. before Star Wars, then I'm guessing George
no,
Lucas was
he
asking.
directed it. Raiders of the Lost Ark, not Star Wars. It just says he collaborated with Star Wars creator.
Right. That's what I mean. I'm pretty sure George Lucas was asking for advice because he had already done something with like aliens and stuff like that, and he might have been interested in his insight to see what he could like put. Yeah, I mean that's a predominantly big aspect of Star Wars, aliens and stuff like that. So I'm guessing he wanted some pointers from Spielberg.
No, yeah. Then it says after that, in 1982, Spielberg returned to science fiction with E.T.
Okay, maybe I was wrong.
Oh dang. Oh.
Yeah, or maybe he just wanted pointers on how he should film. Maybe that was the direction he was looking for.
Imagine though.
Oh, something he written before E.T. was Poltergeist.
Spooky Ghost, the movie.
It says it was written by Steven Spielberg, Michael Grass, and Mark Victor.
Okay.
I only know one name out of those three.
Mr. Spielberg.
Right.
Little old Steven. Steven from the block.
Yeah.
But for me, that was my headcanon. Like, what if, because trauma films have a variety in their cult classics in their own style.
You're calling them a cult? Oh no.
No, occult. Like they were famous for doing like doing like yeah, right.
They're famous. Famous.
Infamous, if you will.
Not even infamous.
Of doing.
They were known.
Like kind of like very cheap. Just doing cheap. What do you call it? Like stage effects or whatever you would call it. Oh wow,
no, they have a whole library of films they did.
Yeah, but their style of making movie is different. It's not
I don't know. They're kind of iffy, Marcos.
Yeah, but there's still a following.
I think at some point they decided not to do the 1950s horror films and decided to go a different route.
They did. I'm not gonna deny that, but that's my head canon, if you will. The lore, the what if could have happened if Steven,
well, again, it wasn't on Steven to say who's the production company. It was more like he was hired to do that.
True, very true. He probably was interning on the other two TV shows, and he probably pitched the sales script for he was probably reading a book, Jaws, in his internship free time, and then, I want to write a story. There was an idea. No,
okay, again, he didn't write anything.
Come up with the idea.
He was literally he was given the opportunity to direct it.
Okay.
He had no hearsay up on which company can produce it.
So it wasn't even his own idea. The story wasn't written.
This was basically if you can't get this right, you're out.
Dang.
So this was like a make it or break it situation for him.
Still, that must have been stressful.
This essentially reminds me of what happened with Schneider, right?
Okay, what happened?
With the director, the Batman, the Justice League one, right? So basically, the Schneider cut, right? People were talking about it for like a minute. That they wanted to see that actually come out. They actually brought it out, and a lot of people really liked it, really enjoyed it. Where the actual film that was actually presented wasn't up to snuff. Like a lot of people really disliked it. I think Rotten Tomatoes gave it a really low score. And again, I might be wrong.
But what's the lore? What I remember, what's the lore behind it?
Well, I'm saying that it's comparable because they hired Schneider to do the job. For whatever reason, he wasn't able to finish the job, so he got fired. But none of what he did there was an original idea of his. It's a comic book movie where the script was already made. He was just giving direction as a director does, right? So as a kind of like comparison, Steven Spielberg didn't write the script. He was just directing it. And had he not done a good job or it wasn't coming out right, I'm pretty sure Universal would have came in and said, stop everything.
No doubt.
Let's get someone new on this project and try to salvage what we can and fire the director. So that's what I'm saying. That's a comparison I'm trying to make here.
who can clarify this? Steven Spielberg himself. You hear us, Mr. Spielberg? If you
Are you
hear
gonna
us,
get him on the line? You're gonna get him on the line?
if you hear
Very
us, Mr. Spielberg, clarify the backstory, the lore, the actual lore of how Jaws happened and all those things. Okay, reach out at us. Oh,
No,
by the way, this
pretty
is
sure-
another way, Alan, that we can announce it about our social media.
Oh yes, of course. For everyone that has been listening to us for a while now, we appreciate your, I guess, how could you eloquently put it?
Patronage.
Yes, your interaction with
time.
us, your time, and we just wanted to announce really quick that we're opening up our Instagram profile, and we hope that you would follow us, give us a follow, interact with us on there.
DM us.
If you want to slide into Marco's DMs via the Instagram,
Of
you
course,
can
Twitter's
definitely do
still
that.
open. Yeah, also
Absolutely.
Twitter's still open.
So
So
we
s-
welcome everyone and anyone.
And Steve and Mr. Spielberg, please, we want this to be clarified. We want to hear your story of how Jaws happened. How
I'm
did
pretty
Brucey
sure-
come to be?
I'm pretty sure Josue kind of read it already.
But this is our opinion. Of course, we can get straight from Mr. Steven Spielberg himself.
I don't know about that.
I can only dream.
Yes.
You could do a little
Keep
bit
dreaming.
Of
Keep
course. Let's see. If you had a question for Mr. Spielberg, what would you ask him?
more. I feel bad for you for responding to Marco's shower thoughts.
That's a question?
That's a statement more than a
That's a
question.
statement.
Yeah.
My question would be,
Oh, please don't sue us.
no, are you
the
going to
question.
sue us? Are you going to sue us? No, I would probably ask him, and I know it might be a hard question, or maybe he would not even respond to it, but what was his favorite movie to work on as a director? What about you guys?
Well, for me is, did you know about
And we're
trauma?
out of time.
Yeah, like I
Imagine.
was saying, did you know about trauma in 1975? What?
I mean,
How did,
honestly, he
Wait.
can say that.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Wait, I thought you were comparing these two companies because Steven Spielberg actually had or was aware of these two companies.
no, my
Wait, where
thing
do you
was the
even know
time
about
frame.
this company?
We don't know until we ask him. Obviously.
No, where did you learn about this company?
I thought that was a question you're gonna ask to Steven Spielberg.
No. I'm not asking
No.
Mr. Spielberg.
So you're
I'm
basing
asking
this
you.
this point off of maybe what if in an alternate universe that you created yourself?
My head canon.
Oh my
Marcos, if you want to What If, they have a show called What If on Disney Plus.
That's just
that
that's
that
theirs.
opens your palette for today.
This is my head canon. I need to ask Mr. Spielberg. Hey, sup? Big fan, of your past works. And
No, but you didn't answer my question. Where'd you learn about trauma films?
I don't remember.
Exactly.
I don't remember. I just know that it's
My man got lost in the sauce and started asking questions no one wanted
because
to
I heard
ask.
it. No, I'm asking you. What do you mean nobody wanted to ask? I think therefore I am. I'm open to being wrong. I'm just saying. I forgot. I don't know where trauma came from.
Okay, Socrates. Well, I mean,
Socrates. I'm not a
Plato.
tease for a soccer team. Maybe a female soccer team, but no, forget it.
Hey yo,
But yeah, I'm
He's
yelling
back
too
to
much.
Keijo.
Always.
all over
now
again.
it's soccer. I'll never leave Keijo. Keijo
Alright,
did
so-
nothing wrong.
So moving along with the actual podcast,
No,
let's go on to the next point.
Okay. Next point is, shall we go with Alan's? Alan?
All right, so I have a bunch of points I wanted to bring up. So I'll go down the list and we can pick and choose which ones you want to actually indulge in a little bit. So the first one being a link that I added to the show notes. The title is North Korea hacked him, so he took down its internet. And this is a Wired.com article. That's the first one. The second one is this is a reminder that we finally have an Instagram account, and hopefully you can follow us and interact with us there
And Twitter,
as well.
of course, don't forget it.
Absolutely. Point number 3 is a link to Twitter, specifically talking about the SAO Cafe, the Sword Art Online Cafe. So apparently, in the account or at the link, if you translate it, obviously, and read it, it basically states that the SAO Cafe will be closing sometime in March, and I believe it's like if it's not already closed, it might be closing in a couple of days. So for those that are internationally out in Japan, or you're thinking of going to Japan in the next 24 to 48 hours, maybe this might be your last chance.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Right? To go to the cafe that will be closing very soon. So sad
It's
news.
closing at the end of this month.
Oh, there you go. Well, you might still have a chance.
March 27th, if you want to be exact.
As of this recording, yeah.
Yes. So very cool. Very sad news, but very cool that they've lasted for whatever many years they've been there.
What's it, like 3?
Yeah. Hey, it's pretty tough to try to have a theme type of cafe when you know that your IP that the cafe is based on, it had already finished a while ago, and I think from what I'm aware of, I think the only thing that keeps them, relevant is maybe the possibility that SAO might come out with another season or light novels or something that might be popping. But other than that, they're closing soon. So if you have the opportunity to go, definitely give yourself the opportunity to go over there and share pictures with us if you do go. The fourth point. This is an article from Scott's Cheap Flights. So cheap airline tickets, airfare, and flight deals from this actual website, showing us that now that the world is kind of like opening up, the limitations on you going there are quickly, or not quickly, but slowly but surely opening up to the world, and you're probably be able to start going abroad once again. And they have a list of countries that are allowing other people from other countries to come in or to travel to them with minor restrictions, and in some cases almost zero restrictions. So definitely might be something you're interested in and might want to take a look at. I would definitely suggest that you start planning now before flights might get more expensive due to gasoline prices.
Or just gas getting to the airport.
Oh yeah, gasoline prices might be going up for those that know what we're going through in the world. If it's not a world crippling pandemic, it's war. And if it's not that, it might be a personal issue that you might be going through. So definitely things to be wary of. I do have a couple other things that I wanted to bring up that I didn't put or wasn't able to put on the actual show notes. And just really quick, I did share them with the boys over here on the group text. And one being that I did send them a link to this video about how Geekbench was basically kicking Samsung out of their actual process for scoring their benchmark because of
delisting, to be more precise.
Right. Because of some sort of manipulation that they've done to their software, I believe. GOS is the term. I won't get into too many details. I'll let the boys actually talk a little bit more details about that. Another link that I did share with them was that AMC, for those that live in the States, is a company that, or is a network that usually airs like Western type of movies or shows. And recently they acquired Sentai Filmworks, a company that licensed anime movies and shows. They were bought up or acquired by AMC. The company Sentai Filmworks is located somewhere in Texas. So I don't know how that makes sense. I don't know what their idea with acquiring this company is, but hey, it's information, it's anime related, so I thought it was pretty interesting. Also a callback on our last guest. One of her, I guess, surprise messaging or
Asia?
something Yes, one thing that
Just
she
had to
wanted
blast it
to.
out there, huh?
Yeah. We'll try not to dive too much into that, but just a quick note that she
Please
wanted to.
listen to the episode from previously.
Please do if you want to actually get the nitty gritty of what she wanted to share. It was announced on Tuesday. Those that really enjoy anime and have a subscription to either Funimation or Crunchyroll, they announced, and if you are someone that subscribed to them, you probably got an email that states that the two companies are merging together because Sony, the parent company of Funimation, bought Crunchyroll outright and are merging the two, where it seems to be that they're going to phase out Funimation at some point and roll all the catalog from Funimation into Crunchyroll. So this is great information, you guys. If you have the opportunity to do that sooner than later, in order for you to like stop paying Funimation and just move to Crunchyroll, might be a good idea. Which kind of troubles me a little bit. It's good news, but
Actually, I
bad
have
news.
some insights on that too.
Oh, of course, we'll get into that. I'm just going down the ladder or the list of stuff. Some of your favorite, I guess, companies are doing giveaways, like MKBHD with Mr. Who's the Boss and D Brands.
He's a company?
Well, hey, he is the business, right?
Yeah.
So people that we like to watch.
It's not. We've later learned that it's not pronounced D Brand. It's called The Brand.
The Brand, is that right? Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, there you go.
Learned it from Linus Tech Tips.
Oh, awesome. So there you go, guys. Don't make the same mistake I made and call it D Brand. It's The Brand. Also, we already announced the Geekbench, a situation going on. And I think the last little bit of information that I wanted to share with you guys was the let's see what it was. Oh yes, for those that are traveling, back to the traveling information, this is a article from the Points Guy. So Delta is resuming 3-course meals with ice cream sundaes in business class. So it's an article that kind of like cheered me up a little bit.
Sounds delicious.
I was like, yeah, things are looking up. Looks like things are going back to normal little by little, and hopefully things get back to normal in some way, shape, or form. And the last one is I also linked a video from I think it was Clearwater, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get you the actual name. It's called Clearview Tax. That's the actual YouTube name. And this gentleman basically is explaining the new IRS $600 surveillance rule for Cash App, Venmo, PayPal in 2022. So basically, he breaks down what's happening for those that are doing taxes this year. Be on the lookout, know your rights, know what you have to do, what information you need to put on that tax form to not get hit with with an audit. So that would be an amazing thing to do at some point. And I think for me, that's basically it. If you guys want to pick and choose something you want to talk about, guys, definitely let me know, and we can go through it.
Well, I feel like we should start with the Crunchymation.
Okay. Yes.
region,
Yeah.
just
Please.
to get it out now.
Absolutely.
Now, if you want, you can.
I
You can
want.
just go in and just take everything.
I will.
Imagine. No, but just some tips of if you're moving from Funimation to Crunchyroll.
Yes.
What I've learned is that maybe you shouldn't cancel right away.
Okay.
Just because everything that's airing now, so like what's it, winter 2022? Everything that was originally airing only on Funimation is still gonna air only on Funimation. So like Arifueta. What else?
The season 2 Arifueta.
Yeah, season 2 Arifueta. Some other
Right.
ones I forgot because I don't really watch. But if you're watching any season of anime that is coming out right now, winter 2022, that's only airing in Funimation, maybe hold off on canceling your Crunchyroll account. Not Crunchyroll, Funimation account.
Right.
Just because
Big news, he said Crunchyroll is dead.
anything that's airing in Funimation only is still going to be there for this season. Once spring 2022 starts, then everything is going to be on Crunchyroll. So once 2022 ends, then you hit the big old cancel, and then
Right.
you can cancel. So that's my my insight.
That's your
on-
PSA.
Yeah, that's my tips. Just a
Right.
tip.
It's only a tip. It's only the tip. Yes.
No, but that's good insight because a lot of people, and
Now,
I've
here's,
made a mistake about that too.
Yeah. Now here's another thing that might be worrying is, will they change the pricing on
Yes,
Crunchyroll?
absolutely.
Because now you're not only going to get a catalog of Crunchyroll, which was pretty big, I would assume. You know, it had like a good amount, but now you're also getting the library from Funimation. They had a lot of good old animes.
Right.
So the question will be, will the pricing change? Now we don't know.
Yeah. What's the structure?
They haven't said anything about like, oh, because how much is it right now? Let me check.
There's tiers. It's a tier system. It's a
I
tier
got the
structure.
legacy tier. Like I got the legacy price on mine, so I only pay like about 5 something.
I respect that they don't just bump it up like Netflix did and Hulu.
Well, hold your tongue there, sir, because we don't know.
Huh? Huh? What? What,
So
honey?
okay, it says your billing cycle. So if you want, they have two options. They have a monthly plan, which is $10 a month, or you can pay a yearly plan and just like save like $8. So the monthly is $10, and then the yearly is $100.
Does
So
that
you-
include the swag bag?
I have no idea. It doesn't pop up like the little chart it had before.
Yeah, because they had recently just, I guess, alternated the prices, right? Or adjusted the
think so.
prices to the new system that they had going on.
Yeah, because they only have I'm looking at it right now. They only have two options: 1 month and 12 months. Let me see. Yeah. There's they say that they have tiers. Like over here, I see that they had the fan, the mega fan, the ultimate, which was like
Right.
$14.99. But if you go into premium membership and choose a plan, it says 1 month and 12 months. Let me see. It says looking for a different subscription plan. Let me see here.
Please hold for the next broadcast.
Oh no, they still have fan, mega fan, and ultimate fan.
I
So you
think the
can
names
do-
haven't changed.
What about OnlyFans?
Wait,
So if you want the what? So if you want the $10 or the $100 a year thing, it's not the with the swag bag. It's just everything premium, just a regular premium plan.
Okay.
So you still get $15 off a $100 purchase in the Crunchyroll store every 3 months, but that's as much as you get. You don't
Okay.
get the annual swag bag. You don't get access to exclusive limited run Hime Nindroid figures, which it's a good thing I don't
collect
dip my-
such things.
Dip my toes into those, so
And just to clarify, for me, I pay $8 for my subscription, I believe.
also you have the regular fan.
Yeah. I'm not the premium, Giga Chad fan over here. I'm just a regular Joe, Just give me some
So that
anime.
means he doesn't get the offline viewing. He doesn't get first access to special Crunchyroll Expo events and lotteries. He don't get $15 off a $100 purchase in Crunchyroll store.
No, I only get 5% off.
I don't buy anything to start with.
I actually heard that the Crunchyroll store is pretty bad at like shipping stuff.
They recently, I'm gonna be perfectly honest because I hope they sponsor us at some point, either Crunchyroll or something like that. Crunchyroll store, please holla at your boy. I've also purchased with Tom, so Tokyo Taco Mode and Ami Ami, and from the three providers or purveyors
Or stores.
or stores, out of the three, Ami Ami, even though it's a Japanese company, I do buy and they ship, and I choose the DHL shipping. I'm pretty much paying premium at this point. It gets here pretty quick, and for the most part, it doesn't usually come damaged. Might be a little roughed up around the edges on the box, but it comes in perfectly fine. For anime figures and stuff like that, I've bought from Tokyo Otaku mode, and they do a pretty good job. Maybe not as quick as Ami, but still pretty competitive. Prices though a little on the high side. When it comes to Crunchyroll store, it's a hit or miss sometimes as far as how fast it comes, and the price is okay, but because I get a 5% discount because I am a Crunchyroll member, so I would, if I had to choose number one, it would have to go to Ami. Number two, even though the price is a little inflated, Tokyo Otaku mode, and I think I would place Crunchyroll store at number three for being maybe not the most spectacular store to buy from. But hey, sometimes that 5%, just helps me out, holds it down, and I tend to buy some stuff from them. And I haven't had any issues or problem with receiving damaged goods, so that's a plus. But then again, I don't know the other people's experiences with each of these companies, but as far as pricing goes and how fast they get it to you, you got to understand, because of the whole pandemic situation, a lot of companies were dropping the ball on getting your stuff to you in a timely fashion. And I want to say I want to give them a little credit, but at the same time, if the other two companies are doing a better job than you, and one of these said companies are located in Japan, like, come on, guys. Really, come on. But that's been my experience. I don't know. What about you guys? Have you bought anything that's been taking months to get to you?
Nope. Only
No?
Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Well, right as of today or in the past 2 years?
Well, I still have a couple of shipments from all three companies that either are pre-orders or they are on their way.
Ordered.
Dang,
Yeah.
pre-orders though. That's not only the shipping though, that's the production on it, the production line on its own. For example, for me, recently, I'm gonna say something. I bought some smart light bulbs, and I didn't buy them straight from the store. I bought them through eBay. I got them pretty fast. Like if you're getting something that's already been produced in bulk, and there's resellers, right? It's been pretty good. Like it got recommended. It would guaranteed allegedly that it would come in on the last week on Tuesday. Came in on Monday. When they ordered them on Saturday. No, like Friday night. And 2 weeks ago, and they came in on Monday of a week ago. So it was good. No complaint on that kind of thing. But it's something. It's not a pre-order, because you got to think about it this way. If it's something that not only you got to ship it, but you got to talk about the development chain in the back end of was it like a model, a figurine, clothing?
For me,
Yes.
for the most part, they have all been figurines, but I've had a couple of art books and stuff like that from Tokyo Otaku mode. So those actually relatively got here relatively quick.
Taco mode.
Yeah, Tom.
Right. Yeah.
That would be nice.
Oh.
Tom. Nah. I'll be quiet. I'm done.
No, but that's a fair question. A lot of the things that I ordered did take quite a bit of time to get here, and the one hope that's deep inside someone like myself is that the actual item gets here and it's not broken, it's not messed up, because you are basically putting down, I would say, depending if you're ordering a scale model or scale figure, which is usually, if you get one of the regular ones, I would say are like either 1/7, 1/8 figures. Maybe you're doing a 1/10 figure, or even if you get like a quarter scale, right, of 1/4, or or if you're getting something along the lines that is costing you over $1,000 or a resin type of figure, that are costing
Shipping
a lot of
is
money.
Very delicate. Yeah.
Right. The bigger the box, basically, the more money you're going to pay for. And the smaller the box, you pay less for shipping. But I guess what you hope for is that nothing comes damaged, because a lot of these figures are pretty delicate because they're dynamic looking figures, and they might have strands of hair that are pretty thin, or they have something on the figure's person or something like that, or an accessory that might get damaged if you don't handle it with care. So that's one of those things that you worry about, right? And luckily, I haven't been in the situation where something has broken. And I'm looking around in my room, right, while I'm looking at the actual figures that are out. I'm like, thankfully that nothing is broken.
All right. But yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed what I shared you through the squad chat, but going back to Sir Spielberg, it's kind of interesting.
I haven't looked, but
I
I'll
want
take
to
your word for
hear
it.
your hard reaction, your cold, your hot take. What do you think? It's a screenshot.
I think we should move on to a different.
Okay, let's move on. Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
no problem. How about this? Let's talk about the whole thing with the S22 and the GOS. What does GOS stand for, Jose?
Yes, please, let me know.
Thank you, Jose. But yeah,
That was
so
Marcos,
very
what does
insightful.
GOS means?
Very insightful.
very insightful, Jose.
Marcos, please explain to us, what does GOS mean?
I just asked you. Can you explain that, please?
No, that's invalid.
No,
But
I
my
ask
question
you
is
first.
valid. No,
What?
I ask you first.
No. I think it's game optimized service. no?
Optimizing service.
I thought it was go on, son.
Go on, son. Isn't it software or just service?
Service.
Okay. But yeah, like so as Alan and Mr. J shared that entire story, that plot, that lore, no, that's actual facts. That happened within the last 24 hours, right? Or 24,
Yeah.
72? 24. And as of this recording. And I was like, I need to get down. I was talking with Mr.
What?
J.
You need to get down on your
I need
knees.
to
What?
get down to business and find the facts. First, I chatted it up with Josue and Alan through our squad text messaging. Oh, now you want to interject?
Yes.
Okay.
Before you go on to your little ramble over there, let's first introduce the problem.
There was
the
a
situation
story.
that's going on. Yes, it's like when you were, you had your epiphany in the bathroom and you called those shower thoughts.
I guess, yeah. Go for
So,
it.
yeah.
So let's first explain it.
Can I just say something real quick?
Right.
So first thing in the morning, I wake up, I'm like, good Lord, what the hell is this? I'm looking at this video and I say to myself, let me look at this.
What a wonderful world.
I look at the video, I'm looking at my guy that's doing the actual YouTube videoing about this actual subject, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So my first reaction is like, I gotta get this to my guys right now. So I send it. Yeah, so I sent it to you because I wanted some feedback from you guys and to see if this was, if this was really happening. Is this real life? And unfortunately, yeah, it's something that happened. And yeah, please, Josue, take it away, bro.
Okay. So imagine this: you're Marcos again. You went to the bathroom because you said to your boss, "It is time," and you went into the bathroom this time. You saw the empty stall, so you went in. And again, for some reason, the walls just started shaking, and you're holding on to your dear life in the railings over there, or the handlebars that or you're holding on to the toilet paper dispenser. He's like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And then boom, another vision. So that didn't happen, but what did happen was Geekbench released a statement on Twitter. Now I don't know why they want to release it on Twitter, but they did. And this is how it went. This is how it goes. Let me switch out the glasses here. Earlier this week, we were made aware of Samsung's game optimizing service, GOS, and how it throttles the performance of games and applications. GOS decides to throttle or not to throttle Application is using application identifiers and not application behavior. Then the next week reads, we view this as a form of benchmark manipulation, as major benchmark applications, including Geekbench, are not throttled by this service. After extensive internal testing, we have determined that the following Samsung Galaxy headsets, which basically means phones, use GOS. All models of the following: Samsung Galaxy S22, Samsung Galaxy S21, Samsung Galaxy S20, and Samsung Galaxy S10. Today we delisted these handsets from the Android benchmark chart on the Geekbench browser. And that's it. So basically what they mean by delisted is that they completely banned the marks they had on the Samsung devices, because they discovered that the game optimizing service with GOS throttles all performance of all the games and all the application, minus those of any like benchmark application. Like he says, Geekbench. Now, what is Geekbench? Well, according to the Wikipedia little thing over here on Google, it's a cross-platform utility for benchmarking the CPU of computers, or in this case, phones. So, because Samsung has the software here, the GOS, that can target benchmark applications to not throttle like they usually do in their Apple applications, they wanted to then say, well, this is cheating. We can't have this here, so be gone. So now what's the problem here? The problem in my idea is that you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, I thought it was freaking out there. The problem with this is that they're basically saying that the optimization software in Samsung is affecting their marks, and what they want to provide to their customers is a way of giving the performance of the CPU a number value, so that you can then say, okay, well, if you compare this number value, there's something happened.
No, I still hear you.
Oh, okay. So basically, there's like, these number values, you can then compare it to each different device and say, well, in accordance with this rating, since this rating is higher, this phone or device will have a better day-to-day use because it has a better performance either. And I think they break it down to like single core or multi-core applications. Now here's the thing. How should this matter as a consumer or as just a general fan of these things? Me personally, it's used to kind of show how well the performance is on the device. Now, should this really be the end all be all? Like rating, like if the rating here is lower compared to other devices, should you not then get this device and get the higher rating device? In my opinion, I feel like no, because these ratings they can vary slightly or even like greatly, especially when you're talking about a phone that has been used for a while. The rating does not count depreciation. So say like if a year later they'll take the score, the score doesn't count that. It counts on how its performance is at that moment. Now going back with the whole GOS and Samsung has made this optimization service to control the heat and the battery use of the phone. Now, the one thing I like to bring up is I remember seeing a YouTube video after watching the one that Alan sent us. This guy was going off saying how when you buy a Samsung phone, you're not going to get the 100% capabilities it's advertised as. You have to go into the settings and then change it. They have like a maximum setting, optimized setting, performance, even the same with the refresh rates. I think out of the box, it comes out at 60 hertz instead of the advertised 120. Now, he says that it's a problem that it doesn't come out the box at 100% capabilities. Now, see, the problem with me when I hear that is like, well, obviously you don't know how CPU works. It's like imagine this: if you're running a marathon, right?
Right.
Obviously the finish line is very far. If you run at 100% your max capabilities, eventually you are going to get tired a lot quicker than if you were like to run at say like 60, 70, 80% your maximum capabilities. It's the same thing with the phone. If you're always running the phone at 100% of its capabilities, it's going to deteriorate quickly. Like a lot faster than you would expect. And that's the problem. They don't want their consumers to have this phone and then like say like a year later, it's slowed down a lot. It's really run its use, and you know, they might have to be like, well, this phone is really slowed down. Like, what's going on? People will start complaining about
Efficiency
that. I mean, they
issues.
have.
Right.
They have complained about like, oh, you know, after a year of use, my phone is it's like it's limp in here. It's like, oh, hold up. Hold up. I'm tired, coach. I'm tired. So to account for that, obviously your phone's not going to come at 100%. I think at default it comes at optimized, which I feel like you should keep it there, because even if you're gaming.
Oh yeah, performance versus optimizing. Yeah.
It's like I have what, the S9, and like gaming wise, it's fine. If you really like, for example, they're like oh, weapons are running against something like Genshin. Well, why? I mean, like the game is not gonna like, it's optimized for the device, or at least the, you know, it's like it's optimized for a phone. So if you're running it at optimized settings, it should be fine. Now, of course, each app is different. One app is going to require more resources than the other, but that's why you have to let your device know how much resources does one app required and how much can they save. So to say that, oh, your phone should always come at 100% capabilities, like off the bat, like your phone should always run at 100%. Let's go. It's like, no, because then you're wear and tear your phone quicker.
Right.
So back to the whole situation with Geekbench. The problem with this is that their mark that they give out is not going to reflect your daily use of your phone, which, and be honest, they're just random numbers for most people. No one's going to really understand, like, okay, this is where they get their numbers from. Hell, I think they even keep some of a secret. So, you know, I feel like at the end of the day, Geekbench is just looking out for themselves, and they want to keep their reputation like as being one of the top benchmark softwares. But I feel like they're making a big mistake saying that, like, oh, we're gonna ban these because they have an optimization software. And mind you, I mean, I don't know, maybe not every phone out there has the same optimization software as Samsung, but almost every phone has some kind of optimization software. Now, do I know which ones are going to be affected by benchmark? I didn't look into that.
Right.
But to say that, you know, because the optimization software basically is whitelisted from what they have to be throttling, and that'll give you like a wrong store, and that because of this, you have to then ban you. It's like saying, for me, it's like saying, well, it seems like your standards now are outdated and they have to be updated for these like optimization things, because, you know, obviously the phones are getting bigger, they are requiring more load, because, you know, phones like these are be required to have like AI capabilities. You have to like be optimized for that. So I feel like this shows that Geekbench needs to update their standards and how they rate this for these situations, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be banning some of the more popular phones, and it's like, I bet you once Apple does something like this, they're gonna be like, oh well, we might have to change it now. So that's my 2 cents.
No, but that's definitely a problem.
Yes.
Denied.
Didn't this
All right.
Didn't Apple do this?
No, you
Didn't
go
they get? Wasn't there a lawsuit for the battery back in the day because of them power throttling their phones for that it could last as long as possible? There was a lawsuit about this back in the day.
I think there was something to do with their battery. I don't know if it was a lawsuit.
specifically for battery.
Yeah.
So, in
Because I remember. I'll tell you what I remember from Apple.
Okay.
I remember that they would purposely throttle their phones, the older
What does
versions.
throttle
Once
mean
the
to
next one.
start with?
Well, it just means to slow down or to restrict the performance.
With an update or something like that, right?
Well, with software basically.
Yeah.
And Apple was known back in the day. I think like iPhone 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. My
They were
battery
known
blew
for
up on the
throttling
5th.
down their phones after the new one came out, so that it would encourage people to buy the new ones. Now, mind you, I think Geekbench wasn't as popular back then, so I can't be like, who was Geekbench there? Because I think they were like
No, it didn't
still in
matter.
the making. Yeah, it still doesn't matter.
The thing that I was asking. Okay. Also, regarding that, I was curious
Denied.
with Mr. J and talking about this. I was thinking it was a marketing ploy. I don't know if you, Alan, know about the Escobar phone 2.
Keep
and
in
all
mind, Marcos thinks it's always a marketing ploy.
What's the
Well-
catch? What are you selling me?
Yeah, but I think that's two different situations where I don't think the Escobar phone's marketing ploy has anything to do with a benchmark. It's pretty different. Like one were using a phone to market themselves like they had made the phone from scratch and was competing with Samsung, but they weren't. They were using Samsung phones. Where I think Geekbench is in a different situation where they want to uphold their pristine reputation as being someone that's transparent and that gives everyone a fair shot. But when you mess up, they're going to hold your feet to the fire and basically disown you, disband you, and say, you know what, we're not going to tolerate.
You're not
Yeah,
playing
we're-
anymore.
Yeah, we're not going to tolerate your manipulation
scores, yeah.
here. So, I mean, I think that has that's a positive and a negative, being that, okay, if you want to not give the score or let Samsung present their S22 lineup with their bench score, fine. If that's something you want to do, I would say that's their prerogative, right? That's their decision. But I don't think that eliminating them from future benchmarks with their other devices in the future is necessary, nor do I think that it's very smart, because
They said future as well?
Yeah.
I don't think they said future. They just said that today we listed these handsets from the Android. It doesn't say anything about them in the future.
Oh, then I'm mistaken. I apologize. I thought that they were going to never let them actually participate anymore. But I mean, I guess that's fair. If they're gonna let them present their new lineup next time around, I think that's okay. I mean, they're basically trying to be transparent and uphold some sort of I want to say some level of hey, we're trying to do everything on the up and up. So this is a no-no, and I don't think we should let you participate again with that same lineup. But again, I'm looking at it that way because this might be a good opportunity for another company that does benchmarks to, slide in and be like, hey, we're not going to be as, one-sided and be like, you're never going to participate with this same lineup. If you get, if you change it up, maybe we're willing to do it. But again, I don't know the whole thought process behind this as far as, what this actually means for the lineup. Is this gonna ultimately hurt sales at the end of the day? If it's gonna hurt their bottom line for Samsung, then I would be worried a little bit. But if it doesn't, then I don't think Samsung should worry too much. Maybe they want to go to another company that does benchmarks that, is an alternative to Geekbench, and they might want to be like, okay, you know what, you you fixed up what you needed to fix up. You're not manipulating anything, so we'll give you a fair shake. And then they might go that way, where this might turn into something that might hurt Geekbench as well, because it's like, all right, or it might not. Maybe it might give credence to allowing them to look very good in front of other companies, where they're like, no, we hold people accountable. You guys should too, and we're not gonna reverse on our decision of keeping Samsung accountable. No one's too big to get checked, basically.
Yeah. I think that for me, I think for the average consumer, they're not even gonna worry about this ban or this delisting, as they call them, just because like if you see like some of the reviews out there, they don't use Geekbench scores anymore because they're like, it's useless. They're like, the average consumer is not gonna care about a score like this. Is it good to have? I feel like if you're trying to get to the nitty gritty, if you're trying to get to the nitty gritty of it, then yeah, it's good to have like a number representation of how good are the CPUs on this device. So you can really differentiate, be like, okay, look, in this case, this phone will perform better, but in that case, the other phone is going to perform better. So if you really want to get down to like the numbers, then yeah, it's good to have a benchmark like this. But at the end of the day, the average consumer is not going to look at it. And at the end of the day, they're going to be like, well, does it look pretty? Does it take good photos? Can the battery last me the whole day or more? Things like that. So
may I interject with this real quick? No. With this one? Oh, go for it then.
No, but let me just finish up this point. I feel like this might at the end of the day hurt more Geekbench, because they're gonna feel the wrath of Samsung fans, and I'm pretty sure they're just as big as Apple fans, because they've been clashing with each other for the longest, and now they'll be like, oh, you're gonna question my authority,
right?
You're gonna question my authority.
They're basically
where's their back end?
Yeah, they're basically gonna say, oh, there's bias here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was this curious about what Mr. J was saying. So I went through the social media. No, first I went to their about page on the website, and I shared some screenshots with Alan and Mr. J. And it didn't say anything specifically. Do you think you can read out aloud some stuff that I shared with you, Alan, about their webpage? It doesn't say specifically like what they just described their software. So I went to the About Us, and it's just like, oh, we're just here to detect specifically I forgot what it said, but you know what I mean. It's not, they're selling themselves. They're not saying anything about they're being unbiased. They're just selling their program, if you will.
All right, so let me find it really quick. And Marcos reached out to Geekbench. Was this via Twitter or?
Yes, Twitter.
Okay, so the first thing you typed out to them was, let's see. You put salutations after observing the recent events in regards to the S22 through the
S10.
The Note 10 test results and observations and then you put, I think, a comma right there. Yeah. Is the first time you've delisted devices due to GOS, or is this specific towards Samsung's phones? Do you have any other devices that have had to be delisted due to GOS? Thank you for your time. So they reached out and they texted you or tweeted back at you.
Direct message, yeah. This was DMs.
Right. Mind you, they were pretty quick about it. It was like in
look at the timestamps.
Right. So you hit them up at, let's see, 4:09 today. 4:09 in the
As
afternoon.
Of the recording, yeah.
Right. And then they got back to you at 4:12 or 4:08. I apologize.
Yo.
No. He sent the text at 4:08, and then they reached them out at 4:10. 4:10. He took the screenshot at 4:12.
That's right. 4:10 is when they reached back to him or answered his question. And it reads, we've delisted other phones in the past due to what we view as benchmark manipulation. And then they basically stated which ones, including handsets from Samsung, OnePlus, Xiaomi, and others. And then they proceeded by saying, this is the first time we've delisted handsets due to GOS specifically, but other handsets have used similar mechanisms in the past. So that's where they ended their reach or their direct message back to Marcos.
So let's unpack that. What does that mean?
Right. Yeah, that's basically it. And then you go on to say, thank you for the response. Have a nice day. Right.
Yeah. So they haven't responded to the other one, but it's still like, my question is like, okay, game optimization service. This is specifically towards games though. Not the whole phone.
You did reach back to reach out back to them, but they haven't responded. Right. So I mean,
what do you think of the other questions though?
That makes sense though. They're not gonna waste their time, I think, trying to answer questions for every single person asking about the same damn thing. What the other questions that you asked them?
What do you think those are good or not so good?
So you said, hi, me again. Isn't GOS good though? Doesn't that provide the best gaming experience on the phone to the customer? What are your parameters for benchmarks? And then you ask, have there been instances where there been code on your test phones that over throttle when your program is present? And then the other one is, what is GOS and how are that grounds for delisting? Thank you for your time. And then you never got a response back from them. So it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So, because my way of thinking, isn't GOS dedicated specifically for the game section, not the whole phone itself? Versus there have been parameters of benchmark manipulation in the sense when Geekbench is running, specifically there's been code on the phone baked in that they, whenever that program is running, over throttle everything. Kill the phone so that you get the best numbers.
But I think manipulation for them, it's
But
like
just
in regards of like just manipulating in any way, shape, or form. They're gonna pick and choose, I guess, things that are gonna be that might affect the actual benchmark for them. So I don't know if, even though there's certain things that throttle your like whatever they want to throttle, right? The manufacturer wants to throttle on their phone. Like if it's baked in, it's baked in. But if it's something that they're doing on the side to manipulate, that's where they're like drawing the line and saying, no, we can't allow that. But
we can't let it optimize when anyone games. No.
I mean, I guess that's I think it's very weak of maybe it's not an excuse per se, but it's their way of saying, this is a reason, right? That we don't want to give Samsung a pass on this. But I think that's kind of like, a very...
And they've done it before, they said there.
Yeah, but this is the first time, right? And this is the first time they do it for GOS. So this is where you kind of have to maybe not put on your tinfoil hat, right? And be like, hey,
or thinking. They could be two at the same time.
No, but I feel like I said in the beginning, the important thing about their service is that they want their rankings, their marks, or the ratings to then be able to equate to be like, okay, this has a better ranking than this, then this will have a better experience as a phone because it's going to be faster, yada yada yada, right? Faster, smoother, whatever.
Yes.
The problem is that because of the whole introduction of GOS with the Samsung phones, they will not be able to get an accurate reading on these phones because they have an optimization service that has whitelisted benchmarks, because benchmarks, you want the raw data of it. So with the fact that they can't optimize their rating system for this optimization service, I feel like instead of them updating their rating system, they're going to be like, well, we're just going to delist them, because at this point we can't actually give them a benchmark that'll be accurate to what the phone actually works, or how the phone actually works.
Or maybe up to what their standards are.
Right. So that's why I'm like, they should, instead of, well, I guess for now they can't do anything, because imagine creating a whole new set of rules for their rating system. It's gonna take a while. So I guess like the only thing they can do is be like, well, these are cheating.
They're out of the racing for now because there's no rules for this.
Yeah, and I feel like there should be a clear
Yeah.
indication that they should update their rating system for these optimization services. Because at the end of the day, like I said, people are going to want more from their phones, and manufacturers or companies are going to make these type of softwares. And if
That's
they're going to
true.
keep on delisting phones, like I said, it might not be until iPhone creates this type of service, then they'll be like, okay, yeah, now we have to update it. If only Androids are doing this, then they're cool. They're cool. They're fine, because they know that. I think they know that most of their customers are gonna be Geekbenching.
But it's Samsung.
iPhones.
Yeah. Oh.
No, and I think like, and I don't know if this is connecting the dots in any way, shape, or form, but the way you guys are explaining it, it seems to me it does have to do a little bit with what Marcos was saying at some point, where, yeah, it's a marketing ploy to some degree on Geekbench's behalf, where they want to be seen as the industry standard of, you have to go through us to get these actual benchmarks in order for you to show it on your presentation, in order for it to look legitimate and that you're doing everything by the book. And unfortunately, that with perhaps Geekbench and others like Geekbench, they're using probably standards that are not keeping up with the times or adjusting to
Just
what
changing so fast.
Yeah.
right. The technology is
Like-
is going faster than they can actually keep up and measure what it should be measured correctly. And so this isn't fault of anybody, because what Samsung and others like Samsung are trying to do is make a better phone, a better performance, a better experience
Product,
for the actual
yeah.
a better experience for the customer that's buying and spending $1,000 plus for this actual phone. And
Like
to Josue's point is, it's like until perhaps a manufacturer like iPhone or Apple, right? It is when they might want to actually adjust their bench or their
standard,
weight, their standards, in order for them to actually take into account the GOS throttling system that Android is implementing into their actual phone. Now, be that as it may, we can probably look at this like, hey, this is a hurdle that Samsung has to go through, because out of all the Android phones, Samsung is the one that's at the top, at the pinnacle of Android phones. I mean, we can say,
no doubt.
we can say Google is,
What?
I mean, even in some cases, you could say like it's probably one of the well-known
The top three.
devices, because if you really think about it, Apple, it's only really popular here in the States. I mean, don't get me wrong, in all other places, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, Apple's top of the line. It's a luxury thing. But
right.
as for most luxury things, not everyone's gonna have it.
And
So
I
in
agree.
the-
I agree with you, Josue. Just because, you can go outside the world. Like, I don't know. I don't remember, or I don't know if you guys remember when, Congress had some of the biggest companies, on trial, in some way, shape, or form. And they had Apple's Tim Cook. They had Amazon's Jeff Bezos.
Facebook.
And they were right. Meta's CEO
Mark
and
Zuckerberg.
founder, Mark, right? And they basically kind of put them on the spot, asking them, are you guys a monopoly, right? Is each one of you individually in your companies a monopoly, right? So everybody brought up that, listen, we are competing with biggest companies around the world. We're not the only, show in the world. There's competition everywhere, and we are competing with them like any other company. So to state that we are the biggest or the most powerful, or we have a monopoly, that's just hogwash. That's a lie.
Too small of a world to think that the US is the only place.
Right, exactly.
But that's where
And-
the US government has jurisdiction.
Well, this is what happens when you have lawyers being lawyers, and they have a seat of power in Congress, and they're grilling all these CEOs.
Also, just a side fact, we're not bringing in Steven Spielberg. That's not true.
Right. And
Just saying.
No, definitely no. And basically they're grilling them, and these are lawyers, right? They're thinking and acting like lawyers. They're not thinking as an entrepreneur that started from zero and built up a company. They've never sold anything in their lives, right? They've never had a company that they had to speak for, right? So they've never been in those people's shoes, and they could never quite understand
Salesman?
where. Right, they can never quite understand where they're coming from and what they have to do in order to be competitive in a global market, right? So when Josue says Apple isn't the end-all be-all phone around the world, he's very, very correct. That's 100% true. If you go anywhere around the world, you can't expect them to all have iPhones or all have Samsungs. There's competition that goes around. And we have to actually take that into account and say, hey, when other companies start adapting these GOS type of throttling things baked into the actual programming to give the actual user experience a better use, a better battery performance, like these are the things that companies like Geekbench are going to have to take into account and say, okay, we have to now take the time and figure out how we're gonna what are the parameters that we're gonna dictate or use to make or assess the situation and give a more accurate number. And I think those are kind of like growing pains at some point, because right now we know for a fact that Apple is practically doing everything in-house, from software down to the hardware. And little by little, other companies are going to try to do the same thing in order for them to actually stay competitive and see more money at the bottom line, right? For their bottom line.
Okay. But yeah, what I was saying is that note that this is an exciting time. It's an exciting time because there's more, and this literally happened not even within the 24 hours. So Geekbench either's gotta step up the regulations and understanding the whole thing is gonna be changing. There's a totally different thing of benchmark manipulation when the software is running the test versus there's optimization for the game itself when there's a game running. There are two different clear differences, but now that the rules are not the same, are to fix. So we gotta understand it's not that they're cheating, it's that they're optimizing for when you're running games. Me being, nitty gritty, semantical, if you will. Of course, it could be wrong.
You're talking about Samsung's GOS?
No, yeah, yes, GOS specifically. Okay. Thus the name, Game Optimization Service. No, not benchmark manipulation optimization service.
Well, here's another thing is that the Game Optimization Service also throttles other apps like Instagram, like Snapchat, like social media apps.
Yes, and it should.
And
do you disagree with that?
No, I don't disagree with that. I think it's fine. But like some people like made out, they're like, oh, Samsung wasn't transparent about that. Was like, well, I mean, do you really want to sit down and watch a keynote where they explain every detail?
Dry note, programming code.
Like they might have said like, oh yeah, we have optimization services for everything. I think they did even say that. It's just that they didn't like clarify or like be specific about it.
Everything?
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way.
I feel like they have said something like that, but they didn't like specify they had, a specific software running in the background. But,
definitely for the battery, like
I said, I feel like Geekbench is just hiding the fact that their system is outdated.
Yeah.
And that this should be a sign that they should really update themselves. But instead of doing that, instead of saying that, they're saying that because of this, we can't. This is basically cheating, so we can't.
That's cheating.
Support this anymore because it will affect our marks. Because at the end of the day, the big problem isn't because of it's the Samsung phones. So obviously they're gonna wreck it. The problem is that their benchmark rating will not dictate or show how everyday use is going to be, and that's a problem for them because that's the service, that's their bread and butter.
Yeah,
I said it first.
Good.
So with that in hand, that's their reputation. That's what's on the line right here. And this Samsung is a big company, so they're like, instead of saying that, you know, we can't benchmark this, they're gonna say like they're basically cheating. They're hacking the system, and
they're finding a
because of
weakness
this,
in the system.
we're giving them a red card. Be like, no, get out of here. So, like I said, I'm saying that I feel like, you know, Geekbench kind of got lazy here and didn't want to say our standards are kind of outdated,
Or gave like a half truth, basically.
yeah, they're saying that basically, oh, because of this, no, we're no good. And I really do feel like Geekbench should really think about updating the standards, because
The rules, because there's
because
differences.
like we said, technology is just advancing so rapidly that, you know, maybe they have made little changes, but
Right. The way they
for
measure
this is a
now.
clear sign that,
Right.
yeah, it's just clear to me that the way they do their rating system is you have to make a big change for it to really
You
say,
have to
because I feel like
update the updates.
now you could say, like in Samsung's point for whitelisting the Geekbench service might be a little bit off, but I feel like there's ways to go around that.
I
So-
shared a link for the top selling brands of 2020 through 2021.
You know what phone's not there?
Which one?
The Escobar phone. But yeah, I feel like it's about time that they should update
Their standards of doing
because
things.
and then, like I said, at the end of the day, what a benchmark is for their raw score.
I can't do anything with those numbers. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, and like I said before, at the end of the day, the average consumer is not going to care about these scores because they're not. They're more fascinated to be like, well, is it gonna have a green bubble or is there a blue bubble?
It's like not a smart car, a luxury brand car. It goes 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. Okay,
Well,
there's
I mean,
speed
like I
limits
said,
everywhere.
Like I said, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. At the end of the day, people are gonna choose what they want, especially like if their friend group has mostly iPhones, they're gonna choose the iPhone. If their friend group has mostly Androids, then
higher
they might
chance,
choose the
yeah.
Android. So there's just a bunch of different factors. I feel like Geekbench, this should not affect Samsung phones. Is it gonna piss off Samsung owners? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it already has.
I guess a little bit. It nicked me a little bit, you know.
Look at Marcos. He had a little vein popping out of his forehead.
I
There you
had
go.
to reach out. I had to reach out and get the facts straight from the source.
But yeah, so I feel
Can
like
you-
we
can
should
you-
get on. We should get
Let's
on,
get on
to
with
the next topic of we're not bringing in Steven Spielberg.
Okay, that's a good thing. We're not gonna reach out to Steven
we're not
Spielberg.
reaching out. We're not reaching out to him.
To Steven Spielberg. Don't worry, it's not him.
If one of us may have sent a message, we should probably delete it. But
Imagine
so
he
on to
answers.
If he reaches out, that's great. If he doesn't, well, obviously, we're not going to take it like in a bad way.
Well, you guys aren't. I might.
So what was other topics we have?
So other topics that I had listed was the actual list of places that might be able to that you might be able to go now traveling. Delta is now offering what was it? 3-course meals now with Sunday ice creams and stuff like that.
Yes,
business
delicious.
and first class. The other one was the Wired article about North Korea hacked a person, and that person happened to be a hacker, and he hacked the North Korean
back.
internet. Yep.
Run it, Alan. Run that one. That one.
Wait, wait, wait.
No. But before that, I want to
The
say
SAO Cafe was another one.
I want to say that
Go ahead.
I think you mentioned also that they're opening up some Asian countries. Now I learned that if you're a citizen in some of these, you could have went back. Like I think
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
if you know
of
this,
course.
if you know the YouTuber, I think his name is Kwang, the
Who?
big boy chef,
Oh, okay.
Really?
where he's like
I'm
food
not-
life is everything. He went back to Vietnam because I think that's where
Okay.
his parents are from, but that's also where his
Oh.
fortunately now wife lives. He went back to
I wasn't
to visit
aware.
his-
Yeah.
he went back to visit to his girlfriend, and now he posed. So shout out to to these. I don't even know the guy, but I watch his videos. I'm a big fan. It's good to see him getting his seeing his life improve. I saw from a comment. Then he's like, oh, from watching from him eating in a car. Now this guy getting married. I'm like, dang, that's crazy.
Right. That's awesome, dude. No, yeah. So, besides that one, what else was
also,
it?
don't reach out to YouTubers.
Who's reaching out to YouTube?
Don't do what Marcos does and reach out to YouTubers randomly because they start to give restraining orders.
Oh, that's funny. No, so I mean, besides that,
Marcos is crying a little bit in the background.
Nah, I forgot that I was muted.
So besides that one, the other one I mentioned was that AMC acquired Sentai Filmworks. That was another one that I briefly touched upon. Other than that, bro, I mean, there was that giveaway that two YouTubers and a skin company, I guess, or what would you accessory company?
Oh, okay. Well, I was like, what, skin company?
Oh yeah, I was a little bit fair. I was a bit afraid there. I was like, skin. Oh my.
You mean like leather coats, leather jackets?
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Other than the Batman movie also came out recently. I don't know if you guys are going to see that one.
I think it's in HBO, right?
I think it's in theaters.
I think it's exclusively in theaters right now.
Let's I feel like we should go into another topic and then into anime.
Okay, guys, please choose from the ones unless you guys have something else that you want to bring up as a topic, please go ahead.
Shout out to White Shoes. He's always repping the white shoes.
Yeah. Let's reach out to him.
You want to reach out to a cat? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No.
The Xerxes, man.
No, I'm curious about the NK story.
What NK?
North Korea.
Oh, the Wire?
Oh, the hacker? Okay, you could do that one, yeah.
Okay, so...
I'll allow it, he says.
Yeah, I'll allow it for today.
5 minutes.
So I believe this is an article from written by Andy Greenberg for Wired.com, and the title is "North Korea hacked him, so he took down its internet." And basically, the underneath the actual title or the header says, "Disappointed with the lack of U.S. response to the Hermit Kingdom's attack against U.S. security researchers, one hacker took matters into his own hands." So basically, in the article, it explains what happened to this gentleman and how he went about hacking North Korea's servers to basically impede them from actually using certain sites and slowing down their internet. And I mean, it's quite a lengthy article about how he went about reaching out to the US government, CIA and whatnot, and how he was kind of like not too happy with their response about the lack of urgency to dealing with the situation. And basically Wired reached out to the US government to talk about the criticism they were getting by this gentleman. And he doesn't give out his government or his real name. He gives out his alias, which is P4X. And yeah, he basically just goes on about how he hacked North Korea's North Korean servers and messed with them for, I don't remember how, like 2 weeks, I believe he started doing it, or it took him 2 weeks in order for him to actually get control of it. So again, if you guys want to read the article, please go ahead. And yeah, what do you guys think? What would you do if you were in this predicament where you get hacked by a hostile country and you had the ability to hack?
He's like, I'm gonna handle it myself.
Basically, that's what he
crack
did.
Knuckles.
Yes, absolutely. He grabbed a big cup of coffee, said, "Let me get at this," right?
I think it was. I mean, dangerous because it's a whole
Of course it
country.
is. Yeah,
he got
yeah, of
hacked.
course.
Aren't they like infamous for being like up there with who else? U.S., China, Russia, Japan, and I think
In terms of technology,
I read-
no, they're pretty,
I don't
they're pretty
think so.
outdated.
hacking abilities though.
No, they're
I
pretty.
don't
I mean,
think
he even
so.
states himself that there was a lot of vulnerabilities that are just old now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
they didn't go into the latest kernel, huh?
They
Yeah.
don't have the latest firewalls or VPNs like people do over here.
Oh yeah, you and I, right? Also, Alan as well. That's
We're
a
not
good.
sponsored by them, so we can't say them.
Oh,
Reach out to
Yeah.
them. Maybe they'll sponsor us.
imagine, yo,
Marcos.
your facts. I'm gonna
No,
do
yeah,
that.
but it looked like he was part of a wave of hacking to like security researchers.
Right.
They wanted to like swipe his hacking tools, which they do have. They're pretty useful. And then he managed to stop them, and then he was like, I
It was a.
reported it
It
to
was
the
a.
USA, and then they
It
didn't
was a
really do
specific
much.
hack to
So he was
security.
like,
I misspoke. It was the FBI. P4X reached out to for help,
Oof.
basically,
Oh my
not the
God.
CIA.
Oh,
no, yeah, but they didn't do much. So he was like, I'm gonna do it on my own.
Right.
He went
Right.
in, he found the
Yes.
vulnerabilities and exploited them.
Went to work.
but he was a security
he-
worker.
Well, he was a researcher in security. It looked like, because this was a planned hacking for it. It wasn't just him. It was like numerous other people. And he managed to stop the hacking campaign that targeted Western security researchers with the apparent aim of stealing their hacking tools and details about software vulnerabilities.
Never hack a hacker.
Basically.
So yeah, he was basically a hacker that was being paid to research on vulnerabilities that are on software. So out of everyone they decided to hack, they decided to hack the people that are known to find these vulnerabilities and exploit them, and to also warn companies about. So
Bad move.
yeah, and then he was like, I'm gonna just mess with them on my own, and then he did. Now he doesn't go into detail because he wants to avoid.
That's
People
his
try
job
to do the
He
same
security.
wants to
thing.
avoid them. No. He wants to avoid them to fix those exploits.
Oh, right.
Oh.
He doesn't share the exploits, right?
But he mentions that
The
some of them are
vulnerabilities.
just some of them are outdated vulnerabilities that have been patched. So who knows?
So you mean
Like, I
he's
think it says that
saying
right
he's saying
there. Well,
like
he's saying that they're outdated. They have an outdated system.
Right.
but they still ran through this hacking attempt with that outdated system, which it's a
He's
pretty
like,
big network.
He says, I just want to prove a point. I want that point to be very squarely proven before I stop.
Okay, good, very good. That's a good one. That's some job security right there. You're looking for vulnerabilities and selling your knowledge. You're a contractor by that point, aren't you, Jose? By that point?
No. He's working for what's that company?
So
he's
he's a W-2 worker,
basically.
W2. Yes.
not a 1099,
No.
not a what is it, Schedule C or something like that, Type C,
Oh, I
LLC.
have no idea. No, that's
No.
USB.
not an LLC. He's not running his own LLC.
That's
A business.
that's another thing.
Yeah,
That's a
he's-
LLC, not LC.
there's a Schedule C, Schedule S, and LLC.
And there's a big D.
A
ABC.
DBA,
The
No,
alphabet.
just the big D.
basically. But yeah,
McDonald's.
So anyway, I'm gonna do this a little bit early. So I think
Ready?
what are we? Hold up, let me. Well, yeah, go. You do your thing. I'm gonna look up what episode we on.
One more thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the
やれやれだぜ
Like you cut, G.
Yes.
it's anime time.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
it's discussing the spring 2022 lineup. So we're down to episode 9 from the looks of it for this season. So we have about 3 episodes left, maybe 4 if some of them go to 13, and then
Right.
if some of them get crossed over to
24.
the next season. So let me just read the spring 2022 lineup. What do you think? any contenders? Any disagreeers?
No, please go ahead.
Go on,
Okay.
please.
So we got One Piece still going strong.
Hey,
It beg-
yo.
No,
I think
really?
it hasn't stopped since it first aired.
They don't know. They've been taking breaks, but this week they are not taking any breaks. So we get to see the next episode for anime only, and obviously the Shonen
Yes.
Jump, the manga. It's still going on strong, man. It's still going on
Yes.
strong.
Next, we have here The Rising of the Shield Hero,
Yes.
season 2. April
Excellent.
2022.
Yes.
I feel like this is made by a different company.
Oh.
Well, let me see. Oh, sorry, that was my mic. Let me check. The Rising of the Shield
My
Hero.
shield rises
I don't know about. I don't think Shields rise, Marco.
and it extends.
Animation Studio.
That's wild, Marcos. What?
Haven't you
Yeah, it
played
doesn't- it
Rainbow
doesn't-
Six Siege?
It
No.
doesn't do that. It
No,
doesn't. Not
I
even in
haven't.
Rainbow Six Siege, it does
Yes,
that.
it extends and it flashes. Some of them fancier shields.
Oh, I don't know. It takes me long. Okay, so just to
Takes me
avoid
back,
that,
you say.
it's animated by Kineme Citrus and
Bless you.
DR Movie.
Okay.
Oh.
So I don't know who that is, but it looks
Neither do I.
the graphic over here looks really good. So I'm hoping big things.
Yes.
Next we got 8686 part 2 of
Yes.
the first season.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I want to watch, bro. I don't know if you guys
So
have
it's
seen
coming
it
out?
before.
No, I didn't watch
No,
it.
I haven't either.
I saw it, and it's a slow pickup, but the story, the world building, and the politics, and just some parts are pretty like gory in the sense that there's death in the actual in the actual show. So I mean, you really feel for some of these characters that are being used as tools, right? Definitely watch it. Highly recommend it.
Next we got here what is this? Mishoko Tensen.
Oh yes.
No, I'm kidding.
Wait,
Dang it.
what?
Why'd you rile me
No,
up like that?
It's Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
Oh
Season
yes, that's still a
Season.
pretty good win. That's a
Thing.
win right there. That's a win.
Season 3.
Very
So
good.
you get to see more of
Kaguya-sama and Chika.
Arara? Yes.
More
Next
of that.
we got
Okawaii Koto.
yes, delicious. Next we got here Spy X Family. Read the synopsis here.
That's a good one.
Everyone has a part of themselves they cannot shelter anyone else. At a time when all the nations of the world were involved in a fierce war of information happening behind closed doors. That is a word. That is a name.
This sounds too real.
Ostania and West Tales had been in a state of cold war against one another for decades. The West Tales Intelligence Services Eastern Focus Division, dang, they really wanted to call it WISE.
Oh yes,
That's what
the
it's
wise
called.
guys. The wise
Yeah.
guys.
Sends their most talented
Dang.
spy, Twilight, on a top secret mission to investigate the movements of Donovan Desmond, the chairman of Ostania's National Unity Party. What does that stand? Oh, and I guess nothing. Nope. Who is threatening peace efforts between the two nations.
Nope.
The mission
my
is
guy.
known as Operation Strike. It consists of putting together a family in 1 week in order to infiltrate social gatherings organized by the elite school the Desmond sons attend. Twilight takes the identity of psychiatrist Lloyd Forger. Starts
Lloyd
looking for
Forger.
a family member. It's Lloyd.
No forger though.
Yeah, Forger. But Anwa, the daughter he adopts, turns out to have the ability to read people's mind, while his wife, Yor, is an assassin. With it being in each of their own interest to keep these facts hidden, they start living together while concealing their true identities from one another. World peace is now in the hands of this brand new family as they embark on the adventures of full surprises. I like how the logos are like going bang.
Okay. But yeah, that sounds pretty good.
So the next thing we have here is Overlord.
Season
Okay.
five.
Just JK.
Wait, I don't know if you guys are aware, but unfortunately, after 5 years, Dr. Stone is coming to an end.
5 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds like Demon Slayer again.
I've only gone to season 1.
Literally, I think
I think it's coming out with the third. It probably ended like a couple of days ago, or it's gonna have one more chapter, if I'm not mistaken, and then
also Fire Force ended too.
Right, Fire Force ended. Did you guys see that Fire Force is a prequel to
I saw Soul Eater.
Soul Eater, yeah, it's crazy.
What?
Yeah, they stopped the fires from happening, and then somehow Soul Eater starts.
Yeah, basically.
So this means we gotta watch that.
So it shows the original the characters from Soul Eater as children.
Right.
Like I think it showed a character called Death. I forgot the main character.
Right.
I don't know what their names are, but
I
they popped up.
believe the first Death was created by Shinra.
Yeah. No. I don't think so. Because they didn't show him.
Are they the same company though? Or
Yeah,
the
same author.
Author, yeah.
No, but just to continue. Next, we do have Marcos's favorite.
Mushoku Tensei?
No,
Overlord?
Keijo.
Keijo?
No, I'm kidding. But it does got a Joe, another Joe. JoJo's. I think it's part 2 of
Part
Stone
2
Ocean.
of part 6.
Yes. So it looks like it's going to be premiering the first 12 episodes that already happened. And then they're going to release the next, I guess, in Netflix. So yeah.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, starring Jolene Cujo. So I don't know when this is coming out. It doesn't say when it's going to come out. It just says X 24 minutes. But yeah. Next here, though, we got Marcos. I think you watched. Did you?
Next what?
Did you watch this?
Which one?
Komi Cannot Communicate.
No.
Season 2. Already. I don't know how I got it this fast, but season 2 of Komi Can't Communicate is coming out.
It's Netflix.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, they already have everything posted, didn't they? Or did they do a weekly?
This is season 2.
But did they do the weekly standard or like everything?
Yeah, they did a weekly standard, so they might just do it again for this one.
Okay. Good. No, I haven't seen it.
Dang, you gotta watch it. It's delicious. It's amazing.
I'm waiting for the dub.
There is no. Well, I think there is a dub now, but it's terrible.
Netflix.
It doesn't matter if it's Netflix or Funimation. Dubbing is bad. But over here, we got.
I'm supporting an economy.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, I am.
Oh, you are?
No,
Okay.
no, not even you. But we got here Data Live 4.
Yes.
I don't know what. I kind of lost track at
After
3.
1? I lost track after 1. After the beach scene. How many beach scenes are there? 1 per season?
Enough to quench the heart.
Yes, the thirst.
So the next one is it's a new one. It's made just for Marcos here. The greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody.
Why is that for Marcos?
What genres? What are the tags?
It's action, fantasy, and school. It's just for Marcos. It says the most powerful demon lord in history, Orvados, felt that he had accomplished everything he could as a king. Because he was so alone due to how powerful he was, he longed for a much simpler life. A few millennia later, he's reborn as a villager. Ard Meteor.
These names.
But in the future where he is reborn, magical civilization has declined and magic itself has become weaker. Ard enrolls in the Academy of Magic with his he has a childhood friend, Arena.
It's a girl. Yeah.
And no matter how much he tries to stand out, he can't hide the fact he is not ordinary. He is constantly surrounded by people awestruck by him, and many try to approach him. Meanwhile, the demons of the world who once struck fear into the land of people have also gone into hiding. Will this former demon lord be able to achieve the peaceful and mundane life he's always dreamed of? A heroic academy life fantasy filled with chaos about to begin. Source from Crunchyroll.
Is this like a Noblesse kind of thing?
I mean, at this point, I think most anime are going to be on Crunchyroll.
Yeah. Going forward.
Yes. Even though But next,
Yeah, a lot of the dubs got placed into
There's a. I
into
respect
Crunchyroll.
that. Crunchyroll has not only English dubs, it has German, Spanish, French.
No, but they've always had different languages, haven't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
Except for
since
English.
when? Since
And
when?
this is something I noticed when I was over in Mexico, that when you would log on to Funimation, you weren't able to see the whole catalog. But when you logged on into Crunchyroll, you were able to see the whole catalog.
Oh, I
Mind
wasn't
you,
even able to use Crunchyroll in Mexico.
I
Because
was
of
using. No, I wasn't using the Wi-Fi. By the way, I was using my actual data, basically.
What about you, Mr. J?
No, I was using Wi-Fi. I couldn't be able to log in.
Oh, yeah, that might be country locked or
Yeah.
region locked. You might have needed a VPN for that.
No, yeah. But over here, we got something Marco's also gonna love.
Hmm?
Yes.
Oh,
It's,
Konosuba.
No,
Oh.
it's a new one. It's called Shikimori, not just a cutie.
Oh. I reincarnated in another world with.
No.
Oh.
It's comedy, romance, and a slice of life. Just what Marco's loves. Like
Yeah, it laughs. Yes, sure.
the ultimate heartthrob girlfriend appears. Oh no, I think you mistaken her for Marin Kitagawa.
Oh.
Naturally unlucky high school student Izumi girlfriend is his classmate Shikamori. She has a beautiful smile and a kind personality and always seems happy when she's with Izumi. She's a pretty, cute, and loving girlfriend. But when Izumi's in trouble, she transforms into a super cool heartthrob girlfriend. The fun lives of the cute and cool Shikamori, Izumi, and their good friends will never end. This 1,000%, wow, 1,000%
Really?
precious romantic comedy begins.
They're slathering
Not
too
now.
hard. The marketing.
Not
over
now,
here.
but April 9th.
Hmm.
What about not job? What is it? The noblesse?
I don't know. We gotta see later.
Was it homeless? No.
You know which
But-
one, right? With Boldy Gold.
Overlook.
Wait,
I was talking about that. I
Wait,
got
aren't we
another- Huh?
Okay. No, I was gonna say, don't we also get the JJK movie coming over here? JJK 0 coming soon.
Oh yeah, that's coming out March 18th.
Right.
It doesn't
Okay,
have
so
a
that's
listed here,
something.
but I think Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, okay.
No, but I think I don't have movies listed here.
Oh, I see. I understand.
Yeah, I can look. I'll look up the movies later. I'll
Okay.
tell you. I'll bring up the synopsis for that one. But if you
Yes.
loved Overlord, then you'll love Skeleton Knight in Another World. When
Oh,
Ark
whoa.
wakes up, he discovers that he has been transported to another world. Just like Marcos likes, right, Marcos?
Isekais. Yay.
He's been hit by Truck-kun. And he was
Truck-kun.
transported into another world in the body of a character he was playing in an MMO. That sounds like looking like a suit of armor on the outside and a skeleton on the inside, he is the Skeleton Knight. If his identity is discovered, he could be mistaken for a monster and become a target. Ark decides to spend his time as a mercenary so as not to attract attention to himself. However, he's
It
not the
fails.
kind of man who can stand idly by when he witnesses evil acts takes place right before his eyes. This isekai fantasy series is about
What
the
eyes?
Skeleton Knight's unintentional quest to make the world a better place has arrived.
Yay.
Sounds like Marcos. Sounds like it sounds like a knockoff of Overlord.
Basically, or
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Basically,
Oh,
sound-
what do you mean?
it sounded more like Overlord to me.
Overlord, yeah.
Yeah, because the skeleton theme.
Yeah. The picture
Uh-huh.
almost looks like him too. Like
Yeah, it looks like when he had the other, not his regular armor, the other one.
suit of armor, the armor,
Yeah.
right?
When he was the
I forgot
adventure.
I forgot what his name was. But
Yeah, me
I have
too.
the next one here. I'm quitting heroing. A retired hero tries to rebuild the Demon King's army. A
Huh?
story for those of you who are struggling with work. After
Okay.
saving the world, the strongest hero, Leo, becomes someone who is not wanted in the peaceful human world. He was too strong. Exiled, he seeks a job at the Demon King's army, which he has defeated and needs to be rebuilt. The army had many problems, too much work, financial troubles, etc. Leo starts to make things better using his power. Leo encounters Ignia? Yeah. Yes. Again, and ask her why she invaded the human world. There was an unexpected story. So yeah.
What are the tags on this one?
Action, adventure, comedy, fantasy.
Okay, I'll go for the comedy and stay for the adventure.
Let's stay for the adventure.
Okay.
Next, I don't know if you guys watched this, but I don't. Ascendance of a Bookworm, Part 3.
Ooh,
I haven't even heard about that.
I saw it a bit. It was interesting.
I remember I saw it on Funimation. I didn't watch it.
Crunchyroll.
No, Funimation.
No, it's Crunchyroll. I haven't seen it.
Funimation.
I'm checking it now.
I think you might be right now you think about it.
How about Funny Roll?
Oh
Or
yeah,
Crunchymation.
And next is Marco's definite favorite. It's got everything he likes: comedy,
What are the tags?
romance,
Yeah.
shonen, and harem.
Oh yeah.
My man is doing the Birdman hands right now.
Oh, it's called A Couple of Cuckoos.
What? What?
Yeah,
Cuckoo,
a
what do you mean? You mean cuckoos?
No, cuckoos. CUKOOS. Oh, sorry. CUCKOOS.
Your Honor,
Cuckoos.
that's the man right there. That's him.
So
His
mixed
name
up with another
is Mr.
family's
J.
child as a baby, high school student Umino Nagi is finally meeting his biological parents. On the day of their meeting, he happens to encounter Amano Erika, a high school student at a prestigious and wealthy girls' school. At a request, he's half forced into pretending to be her boyfriend so she can avoid marrying her fiance. However, not only were they the babies who have been mixed up, they also are engaged to each other. The loving parents of both families officially recognize their engagement, and the couple begin living together. Nagi's in love with his classmate, Segawa Kiro, and Erika is determined to rebel against her father so that the couple agree not to get involved with each other. The mixed up and chaotic romantic comedy starts now. Why are they always starting now?
So wait, so let me get this straight. Basically, the main character is the dude. He's gonna meet his parents because it was mixed up at birth, and he runs into this girl that's trying to run away from her parents that set her up more or less in a blind marriage, and they find out that it's this dude that she used as a shield. That turns out that it's the actual dude, the main character.
Okay, now you're taking it to other fact.
When the original character already has feelings for someone else.
Yes.
And then the adventure starts now. Full stop.
Yes. No, it starts here in trapped in a dating sim. The world of otome games is tough for mobs.
This is another one, season 2, isn't it already?
Hi.
No, it's season 1.
Oh, it's different then. It's
season 1. Season 1.
All roads lead to doom or something like that.
Office worker Leon is reincarnated into a demon.
Leon.
Yeah, it's starting reincarnated. It doesn't even say isekai.
Leon got hit by truck.
Yep. It reincarnated in a dating sim video game where women reign supreme. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
Women reign supreme, and only beautiful men have a seat at the table. But Leon has a secret weapon. His master. He remembers everything.
Hey, yo.
His 14-incher.
He remembers everything from his past life, which includes a complete playthrough of the very game in which he is now trapped in. Can Leo spark a revolution to change this new world order?
Nah.
Seven Seas Entertainment. That's the source.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
Okay, but what about this one?
What are the tags?
That's the English name. Family harem, a fantasy harem.
Oh
family,
no!
It's family harem, fantasy, and romance.
Fantasy harem, romance in school.
Family, it's over
think
here,
you
my
want your
guy.
family to watch this
That's
one.
wild.
But we have a Haden-san wa Hakaranin.
Something about Oaxaca?
Yes.
Yes. The story follows the indescribable daily life of the short and quiet Reina Aharon and Raido, who sits next to her in class. Aharon is not so good at not so good at gauging the distance between people or personal boundaries in parentheses. And Raito intentionally sensed some distance between the two of them. Then one day, when Raito picked up the eraser and Ahara had dropped, the distance between them suddenly became uncomfortably close. From way too distant to way too close, Ahara is simply unpredictable.
What? Okay. Yeah, so she has spatial.
Like she's 4 feet tall.
So she has probably stacked too. She has.
No, she's not stacked. She's trying to fly.
Oh. So she has what is it? Spatial awareness issues?
I guess.
Okay. Interesting. Spatial awareness
next
lacking.
over here. But it's a comedy school in shonen.
Okay. Comedy. I'll go in for the comedy.
Do you have this?
Tag.
Science fell in love, so I tried to prove it. R is equal to 1 minus sine theta.
I think this is season 1?
No, I think it's season 2. I don't know why they call it R is equal to 1 minus sine theta.
There's something about some angles.
What is that? I'm trying to think. What is that? Because at certain points, that's going to equal 0, isn't it? Well, it doesn't matter. Second season of Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. They have no synapses, but this is from season 2. I think it's like these two like fell in love with each other, but they didn't believe it, so they tried to prove it
with presentations,
with the scientific method. I think they proved that it worked.
Scientific method.
Yes.
And give me tags, please.
Comedy and romance.
I'll go in for the comedy.
Next we got the Dawn of the Witch. I can't remember who I am. Who am I? What am I? Seville is a student at the Magical Academy who has no memories of anything from before he joined the school. Understanding why he's there, the time he spends at the academy feels hollow and empty. And since he doesn't know how to work hard, his grades are always the lowest in his year. Then one day, the school headmaster Albus, not the
Dumbledore.
The Dumbledore, there you go.
Dang it!
Orders Seville to participate in the dangerous special training. I want you to spread the use of
that word spread.
Spread the use of magic in an area where they hold witch hunts.
I'm getting excited, Marcos.
No, it's a good thing. I should have.
It has only been a few years since the war between the church and the witches came to an end. The world has not yet fully accepted witches and their magic. This is the dawn of the age of the witch. This is the story of how a young man, a boy, who is no one. Oh, let me repeat that one more time. The story of how a young man, a boy, who is who's no one special, and his companions, who all hold boy wounds in their hearts, set out and end up finding themselves boy.
Yes.
FBI, open up!
I no, say the part where it says spread, and I want to press a button.
No.
He's like, spread them, boy. And that's action, adventure, comedy, and fantasy.
Okay, action, adventure, comedy. Okay, comedy. I'll go for what tag would bring you to an anime, Alan?
Food.
One tag.
Yes.
Food.
You know what's gonna bring you in to watch?
Comedy.
No, ecchi. Which is this?
Does it have?
No, this is the next anime. Love After World Domination. The series follows Furu Akawa and Desumi Magahara, the leaders of the heroic and the villainous organizations, respectively. Can their love survive their internal battle? Oh, this is shorter. Which one wants world peace and the other wants world domination. Ecchi, action, comedy, magic, romance, and shonen.
Comedy, definitely comedy.
Yeah, okay.
Sus. No, you pressed the sus button.
Let me see where I can stop, because there's quite a few more.
So Shield Hero though, Shield Hero was pretty good. Did I tell you, Alan, that I finished the first season? Or
no, you didn't.
Raphtalia is best. Raphtalia is the best.
Oh wait, let me stop at this anime, and then I'll go to the movies. Summertime Rendering. Upon hearing of Ushui's death, Shinpei returns to his hometown of Wakayama.
Go ahead, shut up, continue.
Okay.
Shima and reunites with his childhood friend's family. The funeral goes smoothly, but under the surface, something strange is brewing on the island. When mysteries await him in this secluded summer island. Waka.
What are the tags? Mystery?
Oh, I didn't even check. Mystery, shonen, and supernatural.
Supernatural. Talk about Supernatural.
So-
You guys know that Supernatural is over?
Yeah, I've always told you that. It's been over for a while.
2 years.
So movies in spring 2022 we have the Quintessential Quintuplets, the movie is coming out May 19th, 2022.
Tags?
Wait, guys.
Big, voluptuous women.
Sorry to interrupt, but there was one that was brought to my attention by a close friend of mine. Let's just put it that way. And the title is "My Stepmom's Daughter Is My Ex." Is the title of? And
where is that here?
Yeah, it's on. You want me to send you the Crunchyroll link? I'll put on the.
What are the tags?
I don't.
Something you should watch. No, something you should watch.
So I put it on
doors.
I put it on the show notes. So if you
Isn't
guys
that
want
the one that you showed or already watched? Also, that we told the synopsis about. We were talking. It's the guy that I think the girlfriend went out to the US or something.
So I put it on the show notes if you guys want to click on it. If Josue wants to click on it or whatnot. It's a Crunchyroll link, and it's gonna be released in 2022. I'm not sure when exactly.
It's out now.
But there's a trailer to it already, and I think it's going to be from a novel, if I'm not mistaken. And they have voice actors already, people you might know, and stuff like that.
Kagi.
So if you guys want to click on that, you can do it.
Kagi.
I think Zenitsu's voice actor from Kimetsu no Yaiba is gonna be acting as one of the voice actors. But again, if you guys want to look at that,
there's definitely no dub projected then if it's just coming out.
Well, I believe this article came out January 26th, 2022. So yeah, it's been about 3 months. It's been out.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I didn't know. Jujutsu Kaisen the movie came out already in Japan.
Yeah. That's why I was saying about how if you guys saw it, like maybe on the interwebs by chance.
I probably should though. If you want, I can read the synopsis. When they were children, Rika Orimoto was killed in a traffic accident right before the eyes of her close friend, Yuda Okotsu. It's a promise. When we will both grow up, we will get married. Rika became a patrician, and Yuda longed for his own death after suffering under her curse. But the greatest Jujutsu sorcerer, Satoru Gojo, welcomed him into Jujutsu High. Then Yuta meets his classmates, Maki-sen, Toge Inumaki, and Panda.
Yes. Panda.
That should be his beat. That should be the walking beat for the panda.
Finally finds his own determination. I want the confidence to say it's okay that I'm alive. While I'm at Jujutsu High, I'll break Rika-chan's curse. Meanwhile, the vile curse user, Sugoro Geto, who was expelled from the school for massacring ordinary people, appears before Yuda and the others. This coming December 24th, which already passed, we shall carry out the night parade of 100 demons. While Geto advocates for creating a paradise for only Jujutsu sorcerers, he unleashed 1,000 curses upon Shinjuku and Kyoto to exterminate all non-sorcerers. Will Yuda be able to stop Geto from the end? In the end, and what will happen to breaking Rika's curse? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Excellent.
So you're saying they're trying to stop the Ghetto?
I think I mispronounced his name.
Maybe just a little bit.
Did you guys watch the My Hero movie?
No.
No, was it good?
It was okay.
Okay.
I think it was alright. It was
On a scale of 1 to 10, let's
Tags, please.
like a 7.
like a 7. Okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I think.
Tags.
Was it up there with Dragon Ball Z's
Nah.
last movie? Okay. Was it up there with
The
Fairy
Brawling
Tales movie? Like Dragon
which
Cry?
one? No, I think Dragon Cry was better.
What?
No, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to get a feel of for if
Yo,
I should watch
did
it or
you
not.
guys watch Belle?
Del.
Belle.
No.
Asia actually told us about it before last podcast.
Okay.
She said that she liked it, but it's kind of like,
Danmachi.
well, I can read the synopsis. Suzu, a 17-year-old schoolgirl, lives with her father in a village surrounded by nature in Kochi Prefecture. And after her mother died in an accident when she was a little girl, Suzu used to love singing with her mother more than anything else, but after her death, she has not been able to sing. Writing songs is the only thing that gives Suzu any comfort until one day she is invited by her best friend to enter a virtual community in the internet called You, with over
Tube.
5 billion members, billion with a B, worldwide. And she can live another life as an AS, which is an avatar are called there. Which avatars are called there. Although Suzu can't sing in real life, singing comes naturally with her and You. As an AS known as Belle, Belle quickly captures the attention of You citizen with her songs and becomes a worldwide superstar diva. The day of Belle's huge concert, viewed by millions of AS around the world, a mysterious presence known as the Dragon suddenly burst into the concert hall. Her concert is ruined by the violent, arrogant dragon. Belle, who wants to know why the dragon suffers so much pain, approaches him. Dragon, on the other hand, slowly opens his heart to Belle with Belle's gentle singing voice. Soon, the search for Dragon's identity unveiling starts around the world. A group of AS who claim to be the protectors of justice start their relentless pursuit of the Dragon, who they believe disrupts the order in You. Dragon becomes the target of trolling and abuse both in You and the real world.
They troll the dragon.
Yes.
The more people persecute him in both worlds, the more Belle feels stronger to find him and heal his heart. While Zuzu's voice from a remote corner in the real world reaches a single unknown individual in a world of billions. A miracle occurs when the two worlds merges into one. Another reality, another You. You are not alone anymore.
You are not alone.
Yeah.
Only you can stop forest fires.
Only you can feed yourself.
Uncle Sam
By shoving
wants
food.
you. Whoa.
But yeah, I think that's. Let me see. Is there any other movies coming up? Maybe next.
But you never told me the
No.
tags for My Hero.
It's My Hero,
What do
my
you
guy.
think? Yeah, it's My Hero.
I'm asking.
What do you think?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Guess.
Action?
Okay.
It's
Comedy?
a visual novel.
Okay.
Adventure?
No.
Shonen.
Yes.
And that's it. 3. Those are my top
Well,
3.
it's action, comedy, school, shonen, and superpower.
So I was right with the... Okay, superpower. Comedy, action, shonen. So I did say action. Okay, good.
Trivago.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
yeah, I said yes for action, but I said no for adventure.
Ah. Okay.
So yeah, that's all the animes coming out
Very cool. Very cool.
with a
I think-
sprinkle of a few movies.
Okay.
Yes. All right. I think we should call it then, guys.
Sounds good to me. Marcos.
All right.
Sounds good to moi.
Marcos.
Sounds good to me.
Marcos.
Sounds good to me.
And there we go. We got the approval of 3 Marcos.
Yeah. Wait, what? No.
He's like, what? What?
Hold
what?
up.
Wait, why?
But why?
He's like, why? 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 All right, Marcos, sign us out.
Thank you for joining us, everyone, on this latest installment of the LTS podcast. Please reach us at your convenience at the links listed below. And remember, we have some polls on Spotify. Right, guys?
That's right.
Yes.
And thank you, Ali, for joining us on this episode.
No, thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Mr. J, for joining us
thank
on
you.
this episode. Thank you. This is Marcos Lopez signing out.
All right, peace.
Bye. Have a nice time.
Stay frosty.
Oh no.
Hi there. Thank you for tuning into the LTS podcast. All the notes and more can be found in the description. By the way, we have a social media page where content is posted regularly. Feel free to reach out at us through there or via email. Both are found in the description. When you support the show, we have a merch store where you can buy an item that you like. If buying merch is not your thing and you just want to support the show directly, we also have links to those too, if you'd like. Thank you. Also, every comment is really appreciated. Credits in the description as well. Peace.